I would like to start the ball rolling by saying a few words. I have words to I have known Captain Gouveia, or actually I first met Captain Gouveia.
After she called him out.
In person, not that I first met Captain Gouveia very briefly one day in Maya when we were going to crush GMI. And I was actually in a contact at and then I formally met Captain Gouveia on it was the 14th of January 2003 when I walked into his office and asked him for a job. He hired me and the rest is history. Over here I've come to know a person who is honorable. That's what he says to you. When he says to you, all he says to you, which is a very rare quality of businessman in this world. And someone who above all things values and has a deep respect for talent, human spirit, and to do that work for them. They're not just tools, they're not just things and fears. They're actual people who are appreciated and taken care of. I think we can all attest to that fact. Captain Gouveia is also someone who sees 10 steps ahead of his visionary, and he often puts it, likes to position himself where the ball will. As a result of that, we've seen Roraima grow exponentially over the years, adding lots of different divisions, and excelling in every single respect along the way. Not with a massive amount of resources, but by the dint of ingenuity and maximizing the use of the current resources, and even bolstered by a sense of camaraderie and respect, a deep and very visible respect for the human resources that operate within the government. And I believe that is what pushes everyone to feel a part of the family and to really give up their best at all times. So this morning I would like to say Captain Gouveia, I respect you, I salute you. I hold you very close as someone who gives great counsel, great guidance, and who takes care. There have been times when you have taken care of me when I really needed that close help. And without that, I can't do that. So I wish to see you. Wish you a very many more
you very much for setting up the schedules. I think I want to say that this is not very much. But I know the demands of the time. You have to make changes. You're doing a lot, it's from create and what you do best is going out there, going here, spend the time as a one-man actor. There's some people that say they want to work this way, but give it to the world, and see it. If I can think of it as this country, I was like, I saw tourism no one has fixed that in this country. And I see it because of the economy, the tourism, one challenge. As they said, no way to go to just but still, exchange ideas and will become budget.
I remember how excited she was, enjoying life and all that, and I see you enjoying life also. I often say to people, everybody knows Captain Gouveia. Everybody knows Captain Gouveia. And the person you hear about and the person that you interact with, it's completely different. I often make the comment that the captain tells you as it is, and that's what people appreciate. So regardless, when I leave this company and for my own company, I always have good examples.
Better be doing if you won't come in nowhere.
I have very good example, Mr. and Mrs. Gouveia. I often tell Mrs. Gouveia I was speaking and her stuff, not to take it from your shine, but I have excellent examples when it comes to happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Happy 55th.
You can stay there for like 10 years.
I'm sorry, please.
Rita, happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
I don't think anybody on the stage will know that he was a Captain Gouveia, but I always remember about 16, 17 years ago, I was working in tours, and we used to have to go to a residence inn, which was a residence inn, and pack coolers with tour stuff. And Captain had some Chinese guys at the back of the crew. And I think it was really back and brought out the tray of food. Captain said, and I was there looking at them. I cooked for you guys. I made all this food. And the Chinese guys started to eat. And the Chinese guy said, you did a good job. And I'm like, you could cook? Yes, I walk out in the kitchen. And I find all these good driver boxes on the table. And I was like, who does that? But then I realized that is the personality he has. He makes everybody feel very comfortable. And even though people do believe that he has a different style of management, I think all of us can take from it that the one thing that I absolutely admire about him is that he will tell you as it is and he will call a spade a spade. And he doesn't ever hold any malice. If he costs you out now, in 10 minutes you finish with it, it's not something that will be brought. That is a quality you don't find him. I guess having you as a role model also, it makes me a little bit of a tyrant at times, but other than that,
Are you using a copy for me?
no, not everything. just listen to you. But it's funny because of late Captain is calling me, hey pumpkin. My father don't even call me pumpkin. And then they're funny enough, I don't know what he was having, but he said, you know I love you. I was like, okay, you okay? But, I think it's his weird way of showing the people who he appreciates so much. Happy birthday, I wish you many more, and you enjoy it to the max.
said, you know, I come to my fountain all the time.
Well, guys, I met Captain 10 years ago at NCN. And the way I met him was quite unique. I came out one afternoon and the security said to me, Delon, your mom was right to plane, or right to play bicycle. I looked at this car, and you could not believe that when I saw the bicycle, I took the bicycle and gave the guy the insurance. And I said to myself, that was the last day I was going to ride to work. About 3 years after, I was in the same way to get out of the car. So, Captain inspired me in a different way. And the message he left with CD, which is the security guard, was contact make sure take care of it. And that's how I got in contact with him. Little after Mr. Richard Lewis came along, we started to know about the company and its history. But it's been a long while being able to see Captain in this family. These guys were in their 20s, they haven't aged then. So, right. So, the other day I had a sat down with Captain. I mean, it was a personal conversation. I really appreciate it because my father taught me one lesson, and that's the only thing I ever remember about him. If you can't beat somebody, you get a blow, lash them on. Right? And having to sit with Captain and having him meet with me like a father to a son, it was something I really appreciated. And of course, still digesting all of it was said to me. And of course, Roraima has really made me stretch beyond sometimes to do, but it comes in a good way, you mature, you grow, and the shoulders get stronger, and it's all because Captain is a strong man in the company. I want to thank him. Happy birthday, Captain. We'll keep to that. Thank you, Captain, and happy birthday.
I know Jerry and Jerry, but over the years, we have changed captains. We all come from captain.
I am proceed.
Jerry, I want to thank you for having me here. You have a great staff. It's a pleasure for me to be here to honor. Jerry is our younger brother. Yeah, our younger brother, but we look up. We look up at him. Myself and Jerry are very close. Anytime Jerry comes to Canada, he never misses a call or comes to see us. I'm living like 3 hours away from where Jerry is. And Jerry would just show up on it like I would do. The last time Jerry came to Canada, I hit knocking on my door, bang, 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 and I thought it was fire. I said, I'm coming, and I go banging. You know, my brother drive like 3 miles to come and see me. And I was in my shorts, and I'm trying to get dressed. And I thought it was fire, and I wanted to drop through the window. And I opened the door. Jerry and my brother at the door. I was thinking, how did you come here? How did you find me? This is it, though. So Jerry's always, he never come to Canada, never call us, or never. So he's always there for us. And as a younger brother, I don't take him as a younger brother. I think he's the oldest one because I always I mean, it's amazing, but he taught us a lot. He showed us, at least me, right? We always get into a little bit of argument because we have different points.
So you don't like Donald Trump?
But I gotta tell you, Jerry, I'm amazed at what you accomplished. I look at the staff today and I see all these qualified people and intelligent people around you. And it's just amazing. And every time I come to Canada, I just see this thing is expanding more and more. And I said, this thing is unlimited. And the people that we have around the camp is fantastic. And I just admire you, Jerry. Have a good birthday.
I remember it was November 93. I met Captain Gouveia and the Captain Gouveia and this. And so I started working with him right since then.
You know, you missed 1 year. In November 92.
92. Okay. working for Roraima, and I do look forward to going something. And just want to say thank you for having me. And happy birthday, Frank.
Then you don't say nothing back.
Just want to, on behalf of the staff that's not here, and the family, wish yourself a happy birthday along. And it's a pleasure to be around you.
Captain, I don't have stories like the others, like I don't know you have long, but the 2.5 years I've known you has been very interesting. You certainly broadened my horizons in terms of management, but this is good. I will applaud you that you have surrounded yourself with a very strong professional team of managers, which I think is really integral in running a good organization. They're devoted, they're hardworking, even under the most difficult circumstances, they stand behind you. So I applaud you for that, and I'm proud to be part of that board. And I wish you all the best today, and happy birthday, and all the best.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, girl.
Hi all. Birthday is special. Enjoy it. Captain Gouveia, it's definitely been a privilege working with you all these years. Definitely no regrets being a Roraima. We have our times when the time gets rough, but it's worth them too. I would like to wish you God's blessing for long life, continued success. Most of all, I want you to go all the best together. All the best. I'm looking forward to spending many, many more years.
I'm just going to follow suit and say I've known Captain Gouveia for 28 years. He's taken care of me for 2 reasons. One, I'm an employee, and 2, it's your job because I'd just like to wish you a very happy birthday, and I'll be there for the rest, I promise. I never usually believe in zodiac signs, and I can tell a person by how much born in. But the fact that Dad and Felipe are born on the same day, I believe in it. In a word, unforgiving. Both of them are unforgiving. I don't know if you guys have ever owed me money. And not have a receipt at the end of the period that she's looking for. But she is unforgiving. Just like they both have an innate sense of professionalism, attention to detail, and are tired of it. But Dad, don't look surprised.
It's more tiring.
But the point is that people respect you guys, and they look up to you. As a father, you really can't ask for a better one. He's always there for you. Even when you don't want him to be. And when you were trying to forge ahead and you have your own goal in mind, and he comes and just snaps you right off and says, no, try this way. Generally, 9 out of 10 times, he's on the phone. And he knows exactly what he said to you. And that extra 10th time, a couple years down the line, you'll see that he's actually on board. So thanks, Dad, for being that role model for me and always being there, especially when I don't want you there. I always appreciate it, and if I didn't appreciate it then, I definitely appreciate it. So thank you, and here's to many, many more.
See you guys in the class. Well, I can't say much more than what I said here. I have known Jerry, that's the all humans, almost 40 years now. He doesn't even best than himself. A lot of times. I
I have looked at these waters of 40 years together, with all the challenges we had to face, and the way that we dealt with them, and the way that things not done, that we would just get up and move on, you know. I've looked at so many people trying to put him down, or, you know, but Jerry's one that, like Larry says, he just forged ahead, and he doesn't allow anyone to get to his way. He is set to work with himself, which is very admirable, and something that I had hoped to pass on to him, which he actually did. But all in all, I have always respected Jerry. All his decisions, and whether it was, you know, the decisions Jerry would make sometimes, I don't necessarily agree with it, right? But at the end of Jerry says, right, 10 years down the line or 5 years down the line, you say, yeah, I didn't see it that way, right? He has this way of looking at things a lot differently than most of us would probably do, right? And I always say that they keep things outside the box rather than always simply coming inside of the box. All those things is why I have a lot of admiration for him. And I have to spend the rest of my life with him. So, in that respect, you know, I'm always trying to grow up and be just like him. I'm just never reaching. But, yes, we will spend the rest of our lives just doing everything else. So I want you to live long, so that I could carry on trying to get to where
When we started, when we planned this breakfast, we did say it's from 8 o'clock to 9.
No, 9:30.
9 o'clock. But everybody won't fly just 5 minutes. So I just want to quickly say to you, I think, Larry, I think you said it, that I think this is the start of my day, and this is my day, even though you take it part. But I really could not think of a better set of people that I wanted. People like you, Judy, I mean, other than Debbie, probably knew you the longest. That won't be jealous. But every one of you, and the things that you say here, I know sometimes it might sound a little funny, but I want to tell you, when the words come out of every one of your mouths, and the things that you say really mean a lot to me. And I know, you know, sometimes people say things in a cliche way, but every one of you, I connected individually and directly at some point in time. So I know that you're being sincere. I want to tell you, I really appreciate the kind words that you said. And there's nothing that we can do in Roraima, we've done in Roraima, without the team. I mean, really, I go there, but I always go there with a lot of confidence knowing that I have this team behind me. You and the people behind you yourself. And it gives me a lot of confidence. Last night, Debbie and I came back from Thailand, from Mary, and we were both expressing our own amazement of the AMO staff and how hard they worked in the last couple of months. In fact, from the time we started at AMO, we all hit the ground running because it was one thing to the next. But when you look at Roraima over today, what it was 6 months ago, it's Jesus. And part of that move, I must tell all of you, I really want to thank you, Jerry. I think you're really providing a real tremendous amount of leadership supported by Larry and Stevie White. But I'm very, very grateful to Larry and the work you're doing. But so every one of you, individually and collectively, you're doing a really good job. But Debbie and I did comment last night about the care home, and we also did comment on the session and staff. When you look, I mean, all of us work hard. But when you see what happens with the Mary operations, Sasha, and those flights and people and the bars and the delays and Sasha just keep going. And regardless of how tired they are, those planes keep coming. And those passengers keep coming off those planes. And Sasha, you have to be there with your people. And the no boys, I mean, those planes will fly and you have to do those inspections and you have to do it to a particular level at all times. And so we really, really do have, I think, an amazing array of staff throughout this company. In tourism, when we're going to get tough, so we her team is amazing, for all of you. So I want to say thank you very, very much. And this was a real good start to my day to spend this time with you. I'm going to be coming to Residence Inn sometime. What time? Is it time you go to Residence Inn? 2. And then we're going to Oval. So actually, I was thinking about having a quick drop into Tamari. Have a little how start, but I'm not sure how the schedule will happen today. So you got 7 o'clock tonight? I don't think so.
We got it to what is the schedule like?
The other way is Skype plus your dynamic. But anyway, I want you to give the staff my regards and we'll make it up to the Christmas party. We gotta have, when are we having how are we doing our Christmas party? What are we doing? No. But each department is going to have a time for drink. Are you planning that?
No, we're gonna have one big one.
Oh, why don't we do what Jerry and plan? Do you think that everybody will plan down what other personal drinks individually in your departments? Jerry?
Yes, no, we have to. It's not
No, but I want, where about those planets? I'm saying I have a drink at Residence Inn, one at Jubilat, one at Oval, one at Tamari. And so I will take that opportunity to interview with the staff in those departments as well. And I just want to also say to you, Debbie and I were talking about the economy and so on. And I want to tell you that we are very, very committed. And I've always said, and Julia will testify to this, when the day we started, Julia used to work at $20,000 when we started. And I've always said to the staff, as this company grew, my staff will grow. I'm at a stage now where I really want to bring our minimum wage in this company up to $100,000. I am very concerned, very passionate about the ordinary people who work with us. And I'm particularly looking at the people, especially your people, your outside staff and your staff that are with you. The people who are at AMO on that level. I don't think any of these people should be working for less than $100,000. And I want to get the company to a level where we can actually do this across the board. People who are proving themselves and committed to the company are working just as hard as all of us to make sure we do it. And so that is one of our objectives to move the company. So I can only do that with the support of all of you, and I want to say thank you very much for being here this morning. And let the party continue for the rest of the day. Thank you very much. Right, back to work.
All right.
Colette from GRA, Chairman of the Private Sector Commission of the Gouveia, members of the Private Sector Commission, friends of Gary Gouveia. Good day. Today is a very auspicious day. We're celebrating two things. while we're celebrating Jerry Gouveia's birthday,
How you want to say?
and immediately after this, we'll be looking closely. I'm not too sure if we'll celebrate, but what we'll be discussing, or we'll be doing a postmortem on Jerry Gouveia's budget. So, very auspicious thing. Jerry Gouveia is the kind of person, when he walks into a room, or when he does something, he's always very positive. If you want to describe Jerry, I think Jerry is a true Guyanese patriot. He is a patriot. He's done very well, hard work. I know him long before he got married to his beautiful wife, Debbie. And of course, much of the success that can be attributed to Jerry and his company, Debbie was always there. Round of applause. I've seen Jerry grow. He started out, I'm not going to go back to national service and the army, but when he came into the private sector, I was president of the Chamber of Commerce. He was in the Tourism Association of Guyana. He joined us in the Chamber of Commerce. He became president of the Chamber of Commerce. He became chairman of the Private Sector Commission. And the rest is history. Every single thing, every venture, every project that Jerry undertook, he was successful. And by dint of hard work, those of us only recently could recall when he ventured into a relationship with Dynamic Airways. We used to tease him so many times, but when it arrived, all sort of fun. And Jerry went through hell with that. But he persevered, and today, Dynamic Airways, all other companies, all other airlines, all the other services has done exceptionally well. He's invested heavily in the Oval Airport, the Gouveia Airport now, and he's continued to show the kind of leadership to all members of the private sector. He traveled throughout the length and breadth of this country, assisting in setting up chambers of commerce throughout Guyana, Lethem, Bartica, Linden, resuscitated Linden, Tourism Association, Travel Agents Association. Jerry Gouveia is there all the time, selfless. Sometimes when the association can't pay the dues, Jerry Gouveia comes forward. But very importantly, with his MEDEVAC, many times, many years ago, I don't know how much money the government owes him. Previous government, and probably current government. But many times, he does his MEDEVAC free. They don't pay him. Once you get a call, he's out there. Now, his son, Jerry Jr. has taken over. A round of applause to Jerry Jr. also there. But I know much will be said. I just want to give you those brief remarks about Jerry, the kind of person he is. And Jerry, we're happy to be associated with you. It's always a privilege and pleasure to have you amongst our midst. And on this special occasion, I will ask everyone to stand and join me in a toast. Wishing you best of health and prosperity for the future. I must say over 35, 37 years, when Jerry came into the Army as an officer cadet and joined the Air Corps, we had an inside joke. We had very good days, and as much as other individuals will speak of his entrepreneurship, his success, we all know about that. I go back to the days of aviation. One of the true pilots, one of the individuals who, when he says he's going to do something, he does it. Fearless, and those are some of the things that I have, well, I can't say I mentored him in those, he developed those by himself. The things we spoke in the cockpit, it's like in Vegas, one is done in Vegas, stays in Vegas. Therefore, I will not divulge many of our escapades and our discussions. But Jerry, you have not only succeeded in what you have set out to do, but you have also gained what every individual in life would like
to gain and to gather. And that is a relationship. And I speak of close relationship, the relationship with your wife, the relationship with your two sons. And those things you cannot buy. Those things are innate things that makes an individual who he is. You can have all the treasures, all the funds in the world, but if you don't have that person you love to go home and say, oh man, this is what I've done, then what is life all about? So I congratulate you for the relationship you have developed with Debbie. You before you got married to her, Debbie. I don't want to say what we spoke about in the cockpit when you were getting the boys and when I was getting my girl. But congratulations to you, and may you continue to succeed as you are right now. Thank you.
I know Jerry for the longest while. My son is the same age like young Jerry. They went on days together that we were on Debbie and Jerry outside of the institution. I was pretty new in the institution. I was like farmer, basically, and fellow. But Jerry, we had a very good relationship. When Jerry came to me, he wanted the airplane to go to do work for Oman. Other guys were saying, we didn't do this, we didn't do this. But it was business. We wanted business. Jerry provided business. Also, I hear Jerry keep telling people how I helped you in project. Jerry didn't help me in project. You embarrassed me. We had a 402, which was very limited coming into Ogle, because Ogle was just a little airstrip runway. I didn't know what to do with that airplane. And then one day Jerry came and said, Danny, I want to buy that airplane. I said, Jerry, how much do I want to pay for it? He said, this. I said, deal done. I said, Jerry, you provided a boat for me with there. That was it called Papa, right? Nice airplane, but a pity over the takeoff and landing there was very restricted. If it were around now, I'm sure we could have done a lot more with it. So, I consider Jerry sort of icon of Guyana. And he said, look what he's done with Jude Lodge. Look what he's done with Hannah Doble. Look what he's done wheresoever. He still hasn't invited me yet to the resort, you know. He invited everybody, but not me. Jerry's like, I'm going there regardless, right? But I heard that is fantastic. So I wish and hope that we can have more Jerry Gouveians. I know we have a lot of good Jerry Gouveians, people like Jerry around, but I hope, for Guyana's sake, that we can have some more of Jerry Gouveians. Thank you.
I've often heard Jerry say, where you stand depends on where you sit. And if you've known Jerry for a very long time, those are words that we always hear from him. And he always stand on the side of rights. Doesn't matter how good it looks to the public or bad, he's always stand on the side of right. So those words have been very important in my life. And whatever I've done for the private sector over the years, and in business as a whole. And Jerry, I would like to say thank you for being an inspiration. There was one time in my life that I didn't believe I could have done something. And you looked at me and said, try it. You never know what you can do. And I'm happy I did. I did try it, and it has worked out for the best for me as an individual. So I want to say that you did have an impact in my life, and I'm happy to be associated. When I look at your lifestyle and how hard you work, a lot of people don't realize that success is not easy work. And it comes with a lot of hard work, and that for me as a young man is very inspirational. Demotivating sometimes in the sense that I have to work so hard. Alright? Or aspire to work that hard. But with what you've been successful with, it only came with hard work. So thank you very much for that inspiration. And I would like to say congratulations for all your achievements you would have had. And may God continue to bless you with health and strength so that you can enjoy the remainder of your life. God's daughter has to be.
One of my favorite philosophers is a guy called Jorge Santayana. Santayana was born in Spain, Madrid. studied at Harvard, he taught at Harvard for a little bit. He went back to Spain after a while. And he wrote a book, among the many books he wrote was a book called Skepticism and Animal Faith. And in that book he said, among other things, you really want to know what people think? Don't pay regard to what they say. Pay regard to what they do. And I think Jerry's professional and personal life has been evidence of not only saying a lot, but doing a lot. And you can disagree with what he says and what he does, but the evidence is incontrovertible that he's made a difference, not just by saying stuff, but by doing stuff. Doing stuff that rewards family, doing work, doing stuff that rewards business. There's everything right about rewarding business. But also doing work, doing stuff that rewards community, society. And so I think part of what, although I've not been privy to all the commentary before, part of what I think the tributes of various what they represent is various angles of various perspectives of Jerry as a doer, not just a sayer of stuff. And from my vantage point, while I would really not like to see more Jerry alive, then I hope you have a big rubber band to hold on your head, you know. I think Jerry's demonstration of what you do over your lifetime, not only what you say over your lifetime, is worthy of emulation not only by family, his nuclear family, his extended family, whether here or in Canada or other places, but is worthy of emulation by many other Guyanese. And so I'd like to raise my glass of sorrow as we approach the holidays to say congratulations on achieving another birthday milestone on the part of someone who has been one of the finest products of Jorge Santayana's proposition. If you really want to know what somebody thinks, don't pay regard to what they say, pay regard to what they do.
And it's always difficult to add a little bit after such a positive presentation. We've talked about Jerry Gouveia as a businessman, as a family man, as a Guyanese, but we haven't talked of Jerry Gouveia as a Canadian. Because you also have to mention he's a Canadian. Now it's a nice moment there to reflect what it means to be a Canadian. In the 21st century, Canada is redefining what is a nation. Being a Canadian is not to be part of a group, it's not to be part of a religion, it's not to be part of geography, it's to be part of the system of values. And all the values we described today, and Jerry perfectly fixed the model we think the Canadian should be. Work ethic, family ethic, the sense of accomplishment, but also respect, tolerance, nurture, engagement in society, a desire to improve things. In August, Jerry incarnates it. So I'm very proud to lift my glass to a proud Guyanese, but also to a proud Canadian. So, to the image of the future.
Thank you. I would like to call it a very close friend and associate of Jerry, Desmond Roberts.
Only Jerry to pull it. Jerry, you come to last minute unplanned, want to catch you and stuff. But I really am glad that Jerry, I saw him in the class and I said, oh. But I'm glad that he asked me to say a few words. I have been in the military with Jerry. He was my junior only in rank, but he was a flyer. Whenever he was up in the crowd, he was in charge of me, most of the time. I remember I used to go into, I was in the national service at the time, and Jerry was in the national service too. And I was going in every Christmas I go into one location, and then over years I go to another location in the interior. I remember one midnight and one of these over there nights, Jerry was flying into Kimbia. No lights, no airstrip lights of course. And it was somewhere around 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock, somewhere like that. And he tells me afterwards, I'm not sure if it's true, but that Debbie was there with him, and he was courting at the time. Debbie is confirm it's true, but he makes up these stories, but he can't be here at the time. And he tried to impress us he could fly him in the night, land with any airstrip. And these guys, we were told them beforehand to put some lights out and so on, make sure that. But they have put the lamps in such a way that gave Jerry the impression that this was the airstrip, and in fact they had put the lights across the airstrip. So that we had a very hard time deciding where to land. So we got to run and then we had to turn them again, like, put them alongside and stuff. But Jerry has been a great friend of the National Service, a great friend of the Army. He's done a lot of good work for the Army, a lot of good work in the National Service. And I think he's been a fine example of what Guyanese who really put their minds to things to do. I've heard many things over the years about Jerry, and I said, you all can say what you want. Jerry is my friend. I don't care what you said he does. I know his mentality, I know his attitude. He will always be my friend. He's a creator of jobs. He's a wonderful person, and therefore, this is Jerry Gouveia. I want to hear. And to that end, I honored himself and Dr. Griffith here in an organization we had in New York, which was a kind of ex-national service organization. But to really reward Guyanese who have really done well, not only at home, but in the diaspora. But we hear that Jerry's a Canadian. I don't think he's a Canadian. I don't think he's a Guyanese. I think he's a global citizen. And Jerry has been a really fine example. I think he's also, if I'm not mistaken, honorary consul of Barbados. So he's a Caribbean man. I won't be surprised. Sorry. Renaissance man, all of that. But he's also a good friend. His other mate, who's not here today, is a man by the name of Norman Gordon McLean, who was my first Director General. And a tremendous character. Another character like that, people say things about him, and I said, hey, you know something? I like McLean. You know why I like McLean? Because he knows what he wants and he goes after it. Those who work with him understand that. But this country needs everybody. We need people who can do, who can think, who can plan, who can educate, who can administer, who can be diplomats. But what we need is Jerry Gouveia, who are a combination of all of that. And Jerry, I think we need not only Jerry Gouveia, but we need a template. Something to say, this is what businessmen should be in Ghana. Creation of jobs. I just saw in the budget that they're going to reduce some licensing on the insurance. And I hope that impels you to build more aircraft in Guyana. Or you should start building aircraft in Guyana. And doing some more flying. Jerry, congratulations. You're a fine person. You're my example. All you say, your example. You're the kind of person I like to be. And thanks a lot. Thank you.
Whatever I say comes from the heart. There's a lot of Jerry Gouveia. In 1986, I come out of the bush after 6 or 8 weeks in the mud. And David Fennell from the Golden Star, we were living in St. John Carter's house in the corner of San Valley, in the room of our office. And it was pretty sparsely furnished. I got a call from David, since he had a young man with his wife over for dinner. Will you and your wife come? Sure. And the boss says he would like you to come. So we got there a little early. There was new wicker furniture on the patio, chairs with cushions, and so my wife, who was impressed David so much. We got there. He was supplying out, I'm not sure if it was a chiropractor or a manager. And Jerry does what Jerry does well. Put David in the empty seat next to him and talk to him about his values. He sufficiently impressed David for that. We got new furniture, we got new food, and we sat down and we chatted. I was fresh from Canada on a 6-week contract that lasted 13 years. But I met this young man, and I saw a lot of different things. I saw confidence, I saw communication skills, I saw arrogance that stemmed from the confidence in his skills, and his ability to prosecute his interests.
Sometimes when people die, then you hear all these nice things. I got a long but I want to tell you, I think on your birthday, it's actually a very nice thing to hear people who are close to you. And the good thing about my friends around this table, none of you have any reason to say things that you see. And if you say it, I guess if there's a birthday gift that you value, is to hear your friends say the things you like. And I want to say thank you very, very much. When Desmond Roberts started myself, and I got with it in New York, the first time I heard, I got with it. I've heard it many times at Defense University, but when he received his award that night, I got with it, spoke about a quote from Einstein that spoke to things that count, and that things that count can't always be counted, and so on. And it left a profound impression on me as well. But what happened here today can't be counted, but it's very, very important. I can't quantify my gratitude for having you here and saying the nice things you did. But I also wanted to respond to Ramesh just to say this earlier. Coming out of the Army, that's when I came into the private sector, I came with a perspective of what it was like to be on the public sector side of things. When I came into the private sector, what I found was a lot of arrogant, egotistical men who walk into the boardroom with a bag of money in their back and their ego. And you could get no word, and all of them were talking about each other. And when I got in there, I got the Army as a major, and so my sense of confidence was, I came in with a lot of self-esteem and confidence. But these guys, a lot of times I found the private sector had no real concept that the public sector was also very important, and they were very intelligent people in the public sector. And I found them to be very judgmental a lot of times. Everything the public sector did was stupidous, and everything the public sector did was too slow, and they could do better, and they could do faster. When I came to the private sector, I came with a perspective that, people in the public sector are doing a public service for the country. People in the private sector are also doing good things, and we need to find a way to work together. But the private sector also operated with a very narrow paradigm. But when I went to Defense University in Washington, I want to say that changed my complete paradigm. I remember going there for the first time. I was picked by the U.S. ambassador at the time to go to the Defense University. When I got there, and I started to understand the concept of the responsibility of every citizen, that everything in this country was my business. There was no part of Guyana's development. There was no politician who had more right to say anything more than I did. But the private sector never wanted to venture into issues of national security, for example. And they were very protective and all they wanted was fight with government only. When I came into the private sector, I brought the perspective from the Defense University that the concept of public-private sector partnership, we didn't need to have a butting of heads all the time. We needed to find a way to sit and talk things through, and that there was no part of Guyana's business that was not my business. And so when we started coming to national security, at the time, private sector never had a governance and security supplement. And when I started commenting, a lot of people say, "What are you doing? It's not our business." And so I want to say thanks to the US and the National Defense University. I've been to many, many times up to the highest level and came back a very different person. So having passed through national service and the Army, I think what really crowned it off was the orientation that I had, listening to people like Rob Griffiths for hours and hours and hours. Tell citizens from across this region, because he's a very iconic person. Those of you don't know Rob Griffith, but he lectured to us many, many hours in the Defense University and changed our paradigm.
And today a lot of what I am is as a result of listening to people like him. So thank you very much. Very, very nice to meet you all of you. And your words were very, very gratifying to me, and I couldn't want a better word. Thank you very much.